Hey guys, how are we doing? So it's Crypto Insight UK here, bringing you back another YouTube video. We're going to just do some TA today, talk about what's happening in the market, what I think could happen going forwards, and just a little bit of news to finish off with. I actually haven't loaded that news story, but we will get onto that. So let's start with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's still hovering around the 57,000 mark. Let's have a look at it on the weekly. I haven't looked too much into the weekly. Guys, look, it does look super strong. Let's be completely honest. We've obviously had a big surge up at the start of the year. Big surge at the start of the year, and we hit the resistance level. We topped out at 64,000. We came down, we rejected. We found the 50-day, 50-week moving average, and then we started to push up from there. We had 5 green weeks, one red, with the 6th green week really, and then 3 really red weeks. We've had 7 basically green, and now we are having another red week. It looks like, or we did have another red week last week. Could we have another red week this week potentially? Where could we be looking for this support in order to continue, or do we just trend downwards from here? They're what we're looking for. So let's go into daily and have a little look. So we want to keep above this 50-day moving average on the daily. We did lose yesterday, so that would indicate that we have a continuation of a red day today, which is looking to be the case. Could Bitcoin reverse at any point? Yes. Bitcoin's one of those things where you think you found a support for something and you just get a little bit below that, so it liquidates those long positions just below where the support should be, and then we really do start to push off. So where are areas of support? There's one here at 52,000, which is this previous swing high. Where there's lots of group candles, it normally means a lot of buying and selling happens in those areas. That's literally why the candles are so grouped. So all this area here, all this is basically support and a resistance area. So that's where we are right now. You can see it here. You can see buying and selling happening here, buying and selling happening here, here, and here. So there are areas definitely to keep your eye on. Let's have a look on the 4 hourly. On the 4 hourly, we've lost all our moving averages, and so we're trending below that currently. While we're hitting our heads on that, if you want to be placing sell orders, and then maybe another area that you can look for support is this blue trend line here, and I can show you how to draw that in. All that is from the bottom in July, then we bounced off it or used this area as support in September, so you can draw this trend line in here, and then just draw it straight diagonally up from those points touching each other. So where could we find this support? If we come down straight away now, we'd find that at $50,000. If we went to the side, if we went sideways a bit longer or slowly downwards, we'd find it around 53,000, which would double up with the resistance that was found here in September. I honestly do think we are going to have another push up for Bitcoin. We're just trying to find when that is going to come. Let's have a look at the DXY thing. I've not really checked in on for a while, but as you can see, look at this. It looks like it's absolutely ripping. It could have formed a double top pattern here, so if it has, this could be positive for crypto. If we do start to reverse a little bit here for the DXY, where could we come down to? We could come down to this 50-day moving average, or we could come down and test this lower support line down here, or we could see a pattern playing out a little bit like this, and we missed that trend line there, and we come down and we use this previous high here as a support. Wow, what a straight line that was, first time of asking. It doesn't happen often with my drone, but yeah, we could use this line here as support. I've done it again. I'm absolutely on it today. We could use that line as support. That would make sense of back testing that before you head it on upwards, or if you lose that support, we could look to come down from there. Remember, it's inversely correlated with cryptocurrency, so if we see that decline on the DXY, you'd hope to see crypto push up in value. So let's check in on Blocktopia, one of the cryptos that I told you about that I've been swing trading. We are coming down to find that 50-day support before we go to look to our next push onwards, in my opinion. We also have a lot of support here. I can't do it 3 times. It was a fluke the first 2 times. We have a lot of support at this level here, and again at the slightly lower level. So we're looking here for support, and we're also looking here as well. So in and around that 9.5 cent, and we're also looking at 9.8, 9.9 cent, both the support levels. So where we are right now is in and around a support level. With that doubling with the 50-day on the 4 hourly, we could really start to push out of these zones. and that's what I'm looking for personally. Then XRP is within this first wedge that we've had drawn in for a while. It's just within that right now, and we are looking to try and break out of it and rejecting that at the minute. If we look to break out that wedge, we could see some resistance at 110, come down again, retest that 104, and then push out of this zone. Again, we're low on the RSI, which is exactly what you want to be seeing for a leg up. This RSI pattern down here, it's still similar to what we were at the other day. I'll show you what I mean. Let me just quickly draw this horizontal in. We've got a little bit of space to come down. We could come down, touch this as support, and then hopefully push on out of this zone. That's what I'll be looking for XRP particularly. And the total crypto market cap again came down and retested the all-time high, and that's the total crypto market cap, and the altcoin market cap did the same thing. It has wicked down off that, so it's literally confirming that now as support, and then should be looking to take a step higher is what I would be looking at from this chart. We are in an uptrend above the moving averages. We've had a daily close below, then we didn't have an engulfing candle, but we did manage to reclaim that moving average. Tried to push up, found resistance, came down. Now using the 50-day and the previous all-time high support, and looking to take our next leg up. Let's have a look at Twitter to find you this news. There's one main piece of news that I wanted to show you guys, or an exciting thing, and it is this guy. I won't be able to find him now. Oh, I think I retweeted it. This is the president of El Salvador, who is trying to create a Bitcoin city. He basically announced that he wanted to make a Bitcoin city the other day, and they wanted to buy another 500 million of Bitcoin and have a $1 billion Bitcoin bond offering. So it's absolutely madness, really. He's really shaking it up in the world of finance and traditional finance. It's crazy what's going on, and I think that other countries will start to adopt Bitcoin soon. I think that big countries are trying to flex their control by saying that they're not allowed to be doing this, and that they're going to stop lending them money, etc. But as more and more countries start to do this, bigger countries know that they can't control them by just stopping them from trying to stop them from borrowing fiat currency, because they're going to be making more from Bitcoin than they were from the fiat currency. At some point that will happen. So they've only got a short amount of time where they can control that. The bigger institutions who lend money on bigger countries, even who lend money to the smaller countries, are going to have to come up with another way to keep control, if that's what they're trying to do. So yeah, and just one more touch on, I bought that DeLorean NFT. I was going to show you it. I'm not trying to pump this or anything, I just want to show you what I did. So I bought the DeLorean NFT, and it gave me access to pre-buy a Foreverlands NFT, which I did. I honestly don't know much about it at all. I'm just showing you exactly what I'm saying. I bought one of these Foreverlands NFTs. This is the game. The sale ends in 18 days. You can buy one now for 0.16 ETH. I think mine cost 0.12 or less. I'm not sure, 0.12, yeah. And the DeLorean cost me 0.22 Ethereum, and I've got the DeLorean up for sale now for 0.4 or 0.5. I don't know if that will fill or not. But yeah, just wanted to keep you guys up to date with what I was doing. That was with the profits that I made on Blocktopia last week. I made about 2,000 USD profit. So I used that to buy these NFTs. But anyway, I hope you guys all had a great weekend, and I'll try and give you some more news as things happen. Today I'm going to be looking into Flare Finance a little bit. I'm going to probably sign up for that, have a look. But again, I've not got my Songbird token yet, because I did my airdrop on Coinbase, and they've not released any news to do with Songbird still. So that's a bit of a frustration. So we'll see what happens, guys. We're still waiting for updates in the XRP, the Ripple SEC case, and updates on Flare Networks itself. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry for rambling on again. I feel like I do this every time I start to record a video, and I will speak to you all on the next one. Actually, there's one last thing that I think you should check out if you have time. So I actually got this guy on my channel a while ago. Let's see if I can find him. I got this guy on my channel a while ago, and he's very knowledgeable in the NFT space, and they do a podcast called The Illiquid JPEG, and I have been listening to it. I started listening to it. It's very interesting. They just talk about NFTs in general, and they just generally sit there and chat. So if you want some like background alpha, NFT alpha, definitely be listening to these guys. Like, for me personally, like, I don't know loads about NFTs. I know a tiny bit. Like, I understand the power of them. I don't know much about actually trying to grab them as trends and trade them as art. I know what they do and how I could use that in a business sense. And I actually have some business ideas that I wanted to run through with NFTs. But if you want to listen to how and what they look for in projects, etc., then have a check out of their podcast. And that's everything, guys. So yeah, thank you for listening, and I will speak to you on the next one. Peace up, A-Town down, as I should say.